Hi again, everyone. Gary Digital Williams here on Beltway Boxing News and Notes, a very special edition of Beltway Boxing News and Notes, as we come to you with some news concerning the Cynation Sports Promotions card scheduled to be at Rosecroft Raceway in Fort Washington, Maryland, and we are telling you that that card has been postponed, and there are a number of reasons why this card was postponed. Get to that in just a second. We're brought to you by Real Time Pain Relief. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. Also by DebraSpears.com, DEBRA Spears.com. Great weight loss tips and great jewelry sold there. And don't forget to visit the Boxing on Beltway blog at boxingonbeltway.blogspot.com and click on the Best Buy link. And if you purchase through the blog, you help out Boxing on the Beltway, the blog, and the podcast. So we thank you in advance for that. Now, once again, the Cynation Sports Promotions card that was scheduled to take place tomorrow, Saturday, September 29th, that card has been postponed. And the promoters themselves wanted you all to know why the card was postponed. And this card got hit really within the last, I'd say, 48 hours, I would guess, by a combination of bad decisions, bad luck, and not knowing what was going on. And it's not ignorance per se, because actually that situation, what I'm about to tell you about that, really happens more often than you might think. But the bad decisions came with two of the bouts scheduled for the card. And one bout was one of the all Beltway bouts that was scheduled for the card. And that was Francisco the Cisco Kid Bustos of Rockville, Maryland. He was scheduled to take on Dangerous Donald Wallace. Well, within the last few hours, we haven't seen Dangerous Donald Wallace. No one knows where he is. Some people say at the last minute he decided to just turn the bout down. Again, Wallace was 3-1-1, 2 KOs going up against Francisco Bustos, who was 8-0. And apparently at the last minute, either he just turned the bout down or he decided he didn't want to do it. And no one, from what I've heard, no one has gotten in touch with Dangerous Donald Wallace. So that bout fell apart. Bout number 2, and this is under the situation, I think, of bad decisions, was a bout involving Justin Bell out of District Heights, Maryland. He was scheduled to take on Eric Moon out of Marietta, Georgia. Now, Moon is 8-1, 6 KOs. Justin is 3-0. Justin Bell 3-0, 2 KOs. Now, apparently, and they just got Eric Moon as an opponent within the last couple of days. I mean, Justin Bell had been without an opponent, according to BoxRec, for a good time. They got Moon. Again, 8-1, 6 KOs, and Moon decided he wanted more money. So Moon was asking for $1,000 per round. Now, in a 6-round club show situation, the odds of that happening are slim and none, and slim as left town. Basically, that's what boys think. That will never happen unless you find a promoter who has deep pockets and long arms. I mean, it's not going to happen. So Moon wanted $1,000 a round. It wasn't going to happen. So that bout is off. Okay. So that's what happened there. The bad luck took place with the bout between Newport News, Virginia heavyweight Jerry Slug Forrest and Danielle Southern Boy Williams of Owatonna, Minnesota, by way of Alabama. And apparently Williams got into a car accident. So we wish him the very best. He doesn't seem, everybody, when people were telling me about it, they didn't seem too panicky or anything like that. So everything seemed to be okay. So thank goodness for that. But Daniel Williams, he was in a car accident. So that bout was off. And then the fourth situation took place in the bout scheduled between Nathan Copeland of Capitol Heights, Maryland, heavyweight, taking on Rico Ralston of Tennessee. Now, Ralston's situation comes under the heading of not knowing. Or maybe not understanding. I don't know. And again, this situation happens more than you might think, believe it or not. There was a mix-up with, according to the promoters, a mix-up with Ralston's eye exam. The medicals, part of the medicals that boxers have to go through for every bout. They have to go through certain medicals. And apparently Ralston went to see an optometrist, or let me say this, the medicals that he had signed were signed by an optometrist and not by an ophthalmologist. So the medicals were messed up. So when they came back to the Maryland State Athletic Commission, the commission looked at the medicals, and the medicals were not working. They were not good. So that held that battle. So 4 bouts were effected within the last few hours. I'd say 48 hours, because the weigh-in was scheduled to take place as I record this. The weigh-in was scheduled to take place mere moments from now, in all honesty. And so, but it won't take place. The card is postponed. They want to go in it in October sometime, so we'll see. Now, October, quite frankly, is a pretty free month. Not a whole lot going on in October in the Beltway. So they want to do it in October. That would probably be the best month. Once it gets past October, things get a little bit busier. But once again, to reiterate, the card, the Cynation Sports Promotions card at Rosecroft Raceway that was scheduled for, as we record this tomorrow, Saturday, September 29th, has been postponed. Once again, to go over the reasons one more time, Dangerous with Donald Walls, who was scheduled to take on Francisco Bustos in one of the featured bouts on the card. No one knows where he is. He hadn't contacted anybody. And apparently he does not, for whatever reason, want to take this bout. And again, it's one of those bouts that I had an interesting, I thought it was kind of weird to put it together anyway. Again, Bustos 8-0, 5 KOs, Walls 3-1-1, 2 KOs. Kind of a weird dynamic, although that was kind of the theme of the card. Because you had a number of all Beltway bouts on the card. Dante Cox scheduled to take on Mac Papialis in the 4th. Jason Bell scheduled to take on Cenk Plana. So that was sort of the theme of the card going forward. And according to promoters, they're going to try to keep some of these bouts together as best they can. So, but Donald Wallace just, whatever he did, disappeared. Justin Bell's opponent, Eric Moon, wanted more money. Nathan Copeland's opponent, Rico Ralston, got a little mix-up on his eye exams. And Jerry Forrest's opponent, Danielle Williams, that was Rico Ralston, Tennessee, the guy who had the eye exam mixed up. And Danielle Williams, excuse me, out of Alabama by way, now living in Owatonna, Minnesota, he got into a car accident. Again, we wish him well. So that's the way it works. That's the way it goes sometimes. And so the card for tomorrow is off. No word yet on how people get refunds or whether or not, if they go, when they announce the new date, those tickets scheduled for the 29th are still available, still welcome for the new date. We're not sure when the new date will be. So that's the story on that. So just want to let you know about that. And we do have one other note to talk about, and that's Amelia Moore, the young lady out of Alexandria, Virginia, who was in the tournament in Castellon, Spain. She won her first round bout. She won by unanimous decision. Did get a standing 8 count during the bout. She fought a boxer from Australia. We'll give you all the details on that on the blog this weekend, because the tournament goes into the 30th. So congratulations to Amelia Moore, and she continues on her great journey. So that'll do it here for the special report here on Beltway Boxing News and Notes. And don't forget to join us each and every week for the Beltway Boxing News and Notes podcast. We have great interviews and great content along the way. That'll do it. I'm Gary Williams. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Always remember, keep supporting the best boxing in the world, the boxing along the Beltway. And just before we go off the air, I just got a word from my partner, Juan Marshall. The new scheduled date will be on Saturday, October 27th. And yes, indeed, the tickets that you have for the 29th will be good for October 27th. So that's the new date, Saturday, October 27th at Rosecroft Raceway in Fort Washington, Maryland, the brand new date for that card. And once again, the tickets that you bought for this Saturday are still good for October 27th. Thanks for joining, everybody. I'm Gary Williams. Take care.